Hello, hello there, my crafty friends. It is Candy here from sweetstamper.com, and I have some fun things to show you today. I'm going to give it just a minute to see if someone can find me, and if they find me, they're going to join me live, I hope. So I am coming off of a jam-packed weekend in New Orleans, and this was the Stampin' Up! Leadership event called Backstage. It was an amazing time, and I'm super pumped about all things stamping, all things my business, and really working like a mad woman trying to get everything done I need to get done for everything I want to do. So, hey, Pam is here. All right, welcome. I've got some new product to show you today, so that's always fun. And I have something that is actually in our holiday catalog, but new products coming beginning tomorrow, and that is dies that go with some of these and holiday and annual catalog products. Let me grab a holiday book. Let's see. Here we go. So I am going with something fall-ish today. Hey, Debbie, I'm glad you are here. Oh, steamy Vermont. Can't be, well, maybe it's steamier than Texas. I don't know. Hey, Linda, I'm glad you are here. So, yeah, the weather in Texas, we had record-breaking heat in June and July. Usually, August is our hottest month, but I think we got August in June this year. So it's a little bit back to front. That's okay. I'm always happy to have cooler weather. So, and Laura's here. Welcome. I'm trying to find this stamp set in here. Let me grab this really quick. Let's see. I do love the index that we get, Apple Harvest. That's what I'm doing today. Apple Harvest is where we are going today with fall card making. So, I mean, there's some really pretty, hey, and Marlene's here. There's some really pretty samples here in our July to December catalog, otherwise known as the holiday book. And this is Apple Harvest. I love what they show here because they're going red apple, which is the way I'm going today. Well, they got red apple here too, which of course can be green apples too. And then here, this is more like a golden delicious, but honestly, this smaller one, I think you could easily make into peaches, plums. You could go a lot of different directions with that. So that's my take on it. I love to take, fruit and see how we can go beyond what's, the obvious. Really great greetings. The greatest gift is a good friend. Hope you are feeling better, and thanks for your kindness. Now, on top of a great stamp set in the holiday catalog, there are dies available beginning tomorrow. And this is this Perfect Partners promotion. Really interesting because this is available through September only while supplies last. So, the nice thing is you can get this stamp set in the holiday catalog, but they're giving us a bundle price on everything where you can get these Perfect Partners dies. A bundle price means 10% off when you purchase both. So, fresh cut stems, I believe this is a annual catalog. Playful Piggies are annual catalog. Tree trimmings, this is annual catalog, but I did one of my favorite Christmas card classes. That was Christmas in July this year. We have dies now. So all of us who were doing these fun, cool, awesome things with this stamp set, we now can get dies. Now for me, I didn't get the bundle price because I already have the stamp set. But that's okay. The dies are $34. And then Waterfall dies. This is another annual catalog stamp set. Really cool nature wow factor. And then the Yeti. So the Yeti to Party is in the holiday catalog, and now you can get dies to go with it. So that's what I'm showing today. And I'm going to show you a couple of things. I've got to be kind of quick today because I have an online event tonight at 7. So Apple Harvest, let me just show you. Look at the dies. I mean, they didn't just give us like dies to cut out the images. They gave us a die to cut out every single image, plus lots of extra leaves, a branch. This is a really nice tight scallop that you could do some cool edges with, a really nice label die. So let's see where we can go with this and where we're going to go today. Also, let me just point out that everything in, I believe I'm telling you right, everything in these die selections all work with the mini cut and emboss. So I call mine the Mini Boss, and I'm going to be using it today, and it's pretty awesome. And even if you use a big one, it's nice to have a little one as well. So just if you want to kind of spoil yourself and have something practical, or when you just need something tabletop. Let's see, I'm going to go with that next. This is also my last, well, tomorrow's the last day for this this host code. So tomorrow is the last day of August. Now that means, did I say these were available tomorrow? These are available starting September 1, which is, I think, Thursday. Today is Tuesday. We have one more day of celebration because we have one more day of August. And things are selling out, but that's okay. There's still some great things you can get free with celebration. You can also still join my team with celebration and get the awesome new planner for free. Okay, I can only talk about so many things at one time. Okay, so we have Jennifer here, and she is a fan of the Yeti. It's super cute. Okay, let's show you where I went. You know what? Let me show you one more thing before I get going here, because there's method in my madness. I just released yesterday my Cards with a Twist for September, and I'm featuring cottage wreaths, and I'm featuring the paper, which I actually misspoke in my video. So in the video, I said you get a half a sheet of all these. You actually get a full sheet. So you get 12 sheets of 12 by 12 paper in my Cards with a Twist class for September. Now, I do cut it into 12 by 6 for easier mailing, but it's awfully nifty that you get 12 full sheets. I usually can only give you a half, 12 sheets of 12 by 6. This time, I give you 24 sheets of 12 by 6, which is pretty awesome. So you get a full sheet of all the papers in the Cottage Wreaths Designer Series paper. You get a full pack of the In Color Opal Rounds. You get a half a pack of these black dimensionals. If you've never used these, they're really helpful with your darker projects. And so you'll get one full and one regular dimensionals and one mini dimensionals. And then you're going to get everything you need to make the 8 cards that I'm featuring. So, Cards with a Twist, you get 2 each of 4 designs with a twist. So there's my Christmas. These are my Halloween. And then these are my kind of fall Thanksgiving-y. I love, love, love this new Falling Leaves embossing folder. So here's my, here are my 2 for fall. And then last but not least, kind of a all occasion, not all occasion, anytime, just to say hello. So we've got lots of fun colors, and that is Cards with a Twist. It's my monthly class by mail. $39 gives you everything. You do have the option to add on the stamp set and the dies if you want. And as per usual, I try to use just a few colors. I used Mint Macaron Real Red Garden Green. I did use a Tuxedo Black ink pad as well. I'm assuming you have black ink. Okay, here we go. Now, all that, the reason I said that is because I'm using that paper in today's projects. So these are the first two that I made, and I made these with several things in mind. So this one, I used just the watercolor pencils. So if you're a newer stamper and you don't have blends, the watercolor pencils are a really, really good investment. So let me show you. I used these pencils here and a blender pen. Now, I do recommend that you get both sets of the watercolor pencils, but I only used a black ink pad and watercolor pencils, and you can still get a lot of depth of color. I actually used two different reds here for the apples. And then I used this cottage gingham paper, which I really, really do love. So, and I used the Hope You Are Feeling Better. I mean, that's going to brighten anybody's day. And then just some ribbon. This is ribbon from the holiday catalog. And I'm actually using a little, you get a little bit of this in my Cards with a Twist class. So you can kind of see where I was in that mode and just kind of kept going when I was doing today's fall cards. So you could easily switch this out to make green apples because of the color scheme I'm using. So this uses no dyes whatsoever and uses just Stamps ink paper, ribbon, you know, red rhinestones, but I only used the watercolor pencils. So then the next one I did, I raised it up a bit because this time I used some Stampin' Blends markers. And on this one, I used these right here. And this time I used that really pretty die, and I used the greeting in this one that says the greatest gift is a good friend. So I'm really happy with that. Let me just show you side-by-side comparison. So this is the watercolor pencils. You see, it is a softer look. Your blends are always going to be, your Stampin' Blends markers are always going to be the most saturated ink look that you can get. So just a little bit of a difference there. And then, let me just checking. What I'm going to do last, or I should say third, is I've used these blends already to do a little bit of blending. And we're going to make another version of the same card, but this time we're going to use the dies. So what I've got here is now we are going to use it with Smoky Slate. Don't you love all these ginghams? You know what, let me just put these here so you can kind of, just for reference, so you can kind of see how just changing. I've done this with blends as well, slightly different blends, but look how you just change the background and it really does change things up considerably. And I love making little changes and getting a big difference because I think it really helps to show how we can make a lot of, we can get a lot of variety with just a few things. So let's get the Designer Series paper down first. And this is just a 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece. And you can see that black and white on one side would be okay, but I wanted to go a little bit softer with the Smoky Slate. And that is there. Now, I want to do a triple layer here, but I'm going to cut out my apples with the die and see. Now I've done what I call a micro layer, so that's a 1/8 layer, which makes me 1/16. You see how that gives just a little tiny bit, that little bit of black sometimes will really ground something. So my plan is to go gray here instead of white like I did on these because I'm going to punch this out. Now I did punch out some leaves already just to save a little bit of time. And I do like the fact that I got all of these leaves with one pass. through my Big Boss or Mini Boss because you have that many leaf dies, which makes it really quick. Okay, let's go here and let's get this guy here. I think it's this one here, yeah. So let's get my plates layered up here. Seems like I'm missing something. No, 1, 2, 3, here we go. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Okay, I think you can see where I'm going. Let me make sure I'm in the camera. There. I do like the fact that in this Mini Boss, as long as you're using a fairly small piece of paper, it's really easy to keep everything flat and not, jump around on your dies for you. So see, this is one of the reasons I oftentimes don't do a lot of die cutting on camera because it makes my table shake a little bit. Okay, let's see. Hoping that my cut came out pretty good. Oh yeah, that looks really good. I got a little bit more on the bottom, but I think it's going to be okay. Yep, I like it. So that is going to be a different look. Now what I could do I want to live dangerously or do I want to leave it alone? I think I'm going to live dangerously. I'm going to bring that in and get just a little bit tighter cut. You see how it shifted just a little bit and I've got more kind of outline down there. So let's just give it another pass and bring that through. So let's go here and here. We'll bring this again and let's get that a little bit tighter. Now I want to be careful that I don't, yeah, there we go. That's going to work nicely. Hopefully I don't just mess up the whole thing because I've already stamped and colored this off camera to save me a little bit of time on camera. Let's see how that plan goes. Not because I don't want to hang out with you, just because I got some other things going this evening. Okay, that actually looks really good. I'm super happy with it. So put my Baby Boss away. Pop, pop. That's just the way it goes, but that way you know it's good and closed. Okay, now I'm going to put the die away because I don't want to lose that. That would be disastrous. And then let's layer this up and see what we come up with. Okay, now I haven't stuck anything down yet because what I thought I would do, oh yeah, see how that's going to look so nice? And then I've got some extra leaves here. Oh yeah, I'm going to like that a lot. Okay, and I think what I'm going to do, let's put our greeting down here, and I'm going to use the other, oh, you know what? I've already done this. Let's do this. Okay, yeah, that'll work. I like that. And so I went ahead and embossed this in white, and I'm going to mix. This is garden green, and this is Granny Apple Green and Old Olive, because mixing all those greens is actually going to give me kind of a nicely realistic look. Hello, Kim. I'm so glad that you are here. This might actually look really cool if I offset that. Oh, I like that. Okay, we're going to offset this, but I think we're going to offset it that way. Okay, let's get to cracking here. So this, we are going to offset just a little bit. And this gives it a little bit of a deeper look by not having all of that white behind here. It gives definitely a deeper look, but I like it. And do I want some ribbon on here or do I not? I'm not sure I do. Let's see. Yeah, maybe we do. Yeah, we probably do. Okay, So let's go ahead. We've stuck this down. Let's go ahead and put this down. Let me grab some scissors. Now, my favorite way to hold ribbon on the back of a piece of cardstock or on a panel like this is with my seal. This is the quickest way. My second favorite way, because it holds it really well, is to use mini glue dots. But I do like my seal for this. Now, I want this up high enough to where I can pop this down there too. Okay, this is coming along very nicely. Okay, there we go. And this, we are going to lay flat, I think, because I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. So the other, well, you know what? Let's just go full bore with dimensionals, and we're going to go all the way. Here we go. Now, I happen to have some minis right here, and these are the black ones. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this here. I'm going to use my edge pieces because they're a little bit larger, and then I can use my little pieces on my apples. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down here and put this here. This I'm going to put here, and this is going to go here. Oh, yeah, and then I'm going to put a few here. Hey, Betty, I'm glad you're here today. Welcome, welcome. We are doing apple harvest because although I wouldn't say that autumn was in the air here, I've got a hankering for it. I can feel it coming. Can't feel it technically, but I can feel it in my spirit. Fall is coming, and it's my favorite time of year. Part of that's probably because, you know, after we have hot summers here in South Central Texas. But also, I love everything associated with fall. I love, you know, the fall leaves. I love the colors. I love the foods. I love pumpkin spice latte, although I have to have that in very small amounts because it's just a little bit heavy on the calories, so, you know, I'm going to go easy on that. Oh, I'm liking this. Oh, yeah, I'm liking this a lot. Oh, yes, and I'm going to lay this flat. This is on dimensionals, and this is on dimensionals, so I'm going to lay this flat. Isn't that a pretty little, it's a pretty little tag die. So that is looking very nice. Now to amp it up just a little bit more, I'm going to have dimensional backings everywhere when I'm done. I've cut these little pieces here. These are little leaves, and look how textured they are. They actually, if you're not careful when you pick them up, you'll split them because they're split all the way through. They're not just like embossed, they're actually cut all the way through, which makes them really, really lovely. So what we're going to do is we're going to tuck these behind. So let's get these going with dimensionals. So let's see if we can tuck that behind like so. Oh, I love it. I love it already. I've cut 5. We'll see if I need all 5. If I do use all 5, what's going to happen with my design is it's going to really bring out the greens, which I like, because then I'm going to come along here with, I've already got my red ribbon. I'm going to come along here with some red rhinestones, or I may just go with plain silver rhinestones this time. Let's see what we think. Let's put this one up here. You see how, I don't know, 3 I think might be enough. I think 2 more might be a little bit heavy, but I do have something I can do with these, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these right in here. So anytime you have extra die cuts, just pop them on the inside of your card. for a little bit of surprise and delight once you open it. Okay. Okay. The greatest gift is a good friend. Now, we are almost there, but I think we're going to do just a little bit more. And I've got one more glue dot there, which is good because I think I want, oh, maybe I don't. I was going to do a little bow. I think I'm going to do a knot because I'm at the end of this roll and I don't want to have to go and get another one out at the moment. Oh, you know what? Let's just do it this way. Because I'm at the end, when I did my bows here, I actually did the bow and stuck it on top of the ribbon. But this way, because I only have a little bit, I'm actually going to run it underneath the ribbon on here. What do you think about this gray background versus the white? I think it's kind of nice. It's definitely a different look. It makes it darker, deeper. But I think it makes the red and the green really, really pop because I have the smoky slate background. Let's see. So let's go here. And let's go here. We're going to make these tails pretty short because, and I'm actually going to use some glue dots to stick those tails down because I don't want them to compete over here. Now, strictly speaking, I would be better off with my Pick-a tool, but it's over on the other counter. So I'm going to do like this, and then I'm going to get my ribbon tail right where I want it and then anchor it. See how that just, now that one I think I can pop right under there. Oh, I'm liking that. And then let's just see what we think. I have some red rhinestones. Now here's my first two that don't, this one uses no dyes and no blends. This is watercolor pencils only. This has stepped up a little bit more because I've used the tag dye and I've used blends. And then this one is definitely more over the top because I've used dyes to cut out the apples. Oh, Jeanette likes the gray. It is a really different look, isn't it? I do like it. Okay, let's bring out, I think that I'm going to probably like regular rhinestones. This is my original, but let's just see. Seems like the regular silver rhinestone is going to pick up that gray. Of course, can I find any regular rhinestones? Here we go. And my Pick-a tool, which makes life much easier. So let's just see what we think about these. Oh yeah, I think this is going to be better. What do you think? Do we like that silver? I think I do. And then I'm going to go there, and I'm going to go there. Now this is definitely over the top, you know, not over the top. I shouldn't say that. It's not over the top. It's actually just definitely more stepped up because not only did I cut these out, but I've got these textured leaves there. And then I also have my, my greeting is heat embossed. And other than that, I've done, yeah, so simple and then a little bit more elaborate. And then the gray one is the most elaborate. So, but I have to say, it really didn't take any longer. It's really a matter of supplies. So this took just a wee minute longer to do the heat embossing, but I cut it out with the mini boss, just like I did this one. And this one I ran through, you know, those guys. But other than that, it really doesn't take longer. And I did have one extra layer here just to help that cherry cobbler stand out. Now, the other thing I did here that I really like to do is I combined real red with cherry cobbler. And it gives you just a little bit of contrast. See how these are a seamless blend. And I love that. But on this one, I used cherry cobbler here. and then real red ribbon here. So that is it for today. Remember that the Perfect Partners begins, not tomorrow, it begins September the 1st. And these dies are available while supplies last. I will say, if you're not yet a demonstrator and you would like to purchase the starter kit, which gives you $125 of whatever you want for $99 plus tax, free shipping, and a free paper pumpkin, you can add these items to that starter kit today or tomorrow, and then you get the free journal as well. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget, the last 2 days for my August host code, I'm already prepping my customer thank you gifts for this. Jeanette was here in my studio this morning helping me get those things ready, and we've got some really nice things for you. And so this is your host code, VKYWAZA. And you can do that at shopwithcandy.com. So if you've already purchased in August, thank you gifts are underway, and they will be heading out this week by mail. So I will try to get these guys up on my blog, photographed and up on my blog. And in the meantime, let me know which is your favorite, the red, the green, or the gray. And I will be watching comments while I download this to YouTube and get dinner ready for my hubs. I will be here Thursday, so make sure that you join me again on Thursday at 4 p.m. for more stamping fun. Take care, and God bless.